Hi folks, hope you're all doing good out there. Back out in the woods again, and Henry's with me this time. It's been a little while since he's been out with me. But today I got something for the 462. The wife gave me permission to get the first mod for it. So I'm pretty excited about this one. I went and got the exhaust first for it, and the one I ended up going with is the Egan straight shot. It's really nicely made. Really good quality. The screen is actually serviceable, so if it does burn out, you could buy a new one and change it out, which is really nice. So with the new exhaust here, I want to do something different. I want to show the difference between the stock exhaust and an aftermarket one, how the saw performs. So I have a tree behind us right now that I'm going to cut down, and I'm going to limb it, and I'm going to do a couple of log lengths. And we're just going to make a few test cuts, doing different cutting scenarios. And I just want to show the difference what a stock exhaust does compared to an aftermarket one. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get after it. Well guys, cleared up a little bit of brush in front of the tree here before I followed, so it's not in my way. But got the action camera here. Super excited to see what the footage looks like at a point of view level while using the chainsaw. So hope you guys enjoy. Out in a nice spot out by the road so the truck can get after it with the winch and drag it out. There's the stump there. Not very many limbs on this, which is nice, so should make for some quick work. cleanest bit at the end of its life, where it's cutting the greatest, in my opinion, but I put a little bit of a grind on it. Real happy with it. As you can tell, it's cutting real nice. Well, as you guys can tell, the 462 made quick work of it, but it's time to get this marked up for firewood, and then I'm going to get a couple of log lengths out of this, and then we're going to swap over the Egan straight shot muffler onto the 462, and then we're going to do some test cuts with the new exhaust. Firewood cut up to a certain point here, where the tree is starting to get a bit bigger, that's where I want to do our test cutting at with the stock exhaust versus the Egan straight shot. So I'm going to toss this firewood up on the road, and then I'm going to hook on the winch to the last part of the tree here and drag that up on the road, make 2 different log lengths here, and then we're going to do our test cutting. Steel cable isn't the easiest to pull out on a cold day. Well, a little bit of adjusting here and there, but finally we got it out on the road. So we're getting close to trying to hit this new muffler. All right guys, so I got the 2 log lengths here now, and one I'll do with the stock, and then the other one I'll do with the Egan straight shot. Now it might sound very funny to put an exhaust on a chainsaw, but there is some added benefits to putting an exhaust on a chainsaw. Makes your saw run a little cooler, gives you a little bit more of a performance gain, and there's better airflow for the exhaust. The way the stock one is created, it comes out and it hits the back of the muffler, circles around, and then it comes out through the exhaust exit. So it takes a second for the exhaust to find its way out. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the factory exhaust. they're made from factory. If it's Stihl, Husky, Echo, whatever saw you're running, it meets their emission standards or regulations while still meeting their top performance of what they can get out of the saw. But with running a aftermarket exhaust, it just creates that little bit more of a performance gain, like I said, better airflow. So I hope that you guys can see the difference and know what I'm talking about here. So I'm gonna do the stock exhaust first on the 462. So I'm gonna do a top cut, a bottom cut, and I'll probably do a bit of a dog in for what I can do on this log where I'm so close to the ground here. So without further ado, let's get after it. So with the last 4 cuts there, I believe, I was letting the saw pull itself into the wood. I wasn't applying any force to the saw at all. So that's the stock exhaust on what it can do. I'm gonna take the Egan straight shot here now and swap it over onto the 462. So guys, here's a little bit of an up close shot of the Egan straight shot here for the 462. I went with the deflector here. It's a little bit of an add-on. I did go on a forum. Some guys said you don't need it, but I figured I'd just bite the bullet and get it. It didn't really cost that much extra to get. So let's get this thing on. All right, I gotta go get my battery here for my ratchet. Had the ratchet sitting out in the bag here for the last few hours, so it's super cold. So guys, I got the stock exhaust, I'm gonna call it a faceplate off. So like I said earlier, with the stock exhaust, it's coming out and it's hitting this plate and it's spinning around, and then it's finally finding the exit out by the clutch cover here. So with the Egan straight shot, not only is it coming straight out through here and also out by the clutch cover, it's also going at the factory exit too as well. So it has two spots to come out, creating better airflow. So let's get this thing on. So with this kind of stuff here, I'd rather start it with the ratchet, run it in with the electric ratchet until it bottoms out, and then just give it the final torque with the ratchet. Now, once you have an aftermarket exhaust on, whether it's, you know, a Stihl setup or a Husky setup, they're both different. It's not a bad idea to go back after you ran it a little bit just to check the torque on the bolts to make sure they're still tight. So guys, here's a little bit more of a closer up shot of the Egan straight shot here. So now the exhaust has two spots to come out. It's going to come out this factory one on the inside by the clutch cover, and then it's coming straight out with the Egan straight shot here. So with this saw being an M-tronic saw, it's probably going to see something different with the exhaust. So I'm just going to let the saw warm up, do its thing before we start doing some test cuts. Wow. You can tell the bottom end on that is opened up way more now. And so did the top end. Like, night and day difference between stock and this Egan straight shot here. It's wild. Has a real good bark to it too. Sounds real nice. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, can see the difference between stock versus an aftermarket exhaust. But I ain't gonna show you too much of loading out the firewood here, but we'll catch you guys on the next one, and stay tuned for more content.